GameON has hit the road, originating from New Orleans, Louisiana, for the taste of the NFL. And it's a taste where we'll talk food, we'll visit with legends, the Hall of Fame coach and the Hall of Fame Viking, royalty with Miss America, and really inside food with the bizarre one himself. It's only here. It's GameON. And where else would we start this very special edition of GameON? But in the heart of New Orleans, in the French Quarter, right across the street from Cafe Du Monde along St. Anne Street. Rod Simons, great to have you with us. They knew we were coming. Where Magazine in New Orleans says, welcome GameON. Grateful for the plug. We're here because of Taste of the NFL, a tremendous mission that actually started in 1992 during the Super Bowl in Minnesota. Its driving force is still there, still working hard. It's Wayne Kostroski, and he wants everyone to know they're out to make a difference.
This event started with during Super Bowl XXVI in 1992. So when Super Bowl was coming here, it was going to be cold, and everybody knew that. And even when we got awarded the Super Bowl in the process, the host committee will tell you, we weren't saying it was going to be, golf weather and hanging by the pool outside. So we needed to create some new and exciting elements about the Super Bowl here in Minnesota that were different than ever before. That's how the idea came up. I thought, I know chefs in each of the cities. Got a couple guys at the Vikings, big-hearted and understood what I wanted to do, Scott Studwell and Bob Lertzema. That's the only people in the football world I knew, and said, here's the idea. We'll get a chef and player from each NFL city. We'll get them here on the Saturday night, the premier night of Super Bowl weekend. We'll throw a party, everyone volunteers, no one's paid, all the money goes to hunger relief. Believe me, I didn't know it was going to be the premier party 22 years later, but pleased that it is, and the roots were right here in Minnesota. And hopefully, a little bit in a number of years, hopefully coming back to celebrate its roots. Every little bit counts. A donation of $10 to a food bank or a food shelf in your local area, more often than not, that $10 can turn into 80 meals for families. Every move you make in a positive direction helps somebody multiple fold. And I think all of us should keep that in mind, and I think things would be better around us. And frankly, you're going to be a much happier person if you keep doing that on small little hits all during your life.
Wayne Kostroski's got it figured out. Get the chefs all together, they're the rock stars. Get all this food and football players together and make some special things happen. That's what we're gonna show you, the 360 inside taste of the NFL right here on GameON. Don't forget, we'd love to have you join us for a GameON taping. We'll be at Cooper in St. Louis Park at the Shops at West End on March 5th. Keep your game on with our Facebook, Twitter, and all our updates at GameOnTVMN.com. Time for Voice of the Fan, asking what does it mean for you to be here at the Taste?
Well, it means a lot. I think hunger is a terrible thing that is all over the world. And I think it's very important for the companies that support the NFL, also support charitable organizations that help people.
He was the most valuable player in the AFC in 1972, one of the big reasons the Dolphins went undefeated. We're going inside what Earl Morrall means to the Taste next.
I'm Randall McDaniel. As a former Minnesota Viking and a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, I know how important it is to fuel up to be successful on and off the field. Now, I work with third graders, and I see firsthand the positive impact exercise and good nutrition has on my students. As a partner with the Taste of the NFL and the NFL's Play 60 program, I'm proud to do my part to make sure kids get the nutrition they need. Please help us kick hunger in America and encourage an active lifestyle by supporting the Taste of the NFL and the NFL's Play 60 program.
Bud Light, the official beer of NFL fans who do whatever it takes. Here we go.
The Timberwolves Meal Deal, presented by Papa John's, is a great way to save money and watch Kevin Love, Brandon Roy, and Andre Kirilenko bring a playoff atmosphere back to Target Center. For just $25, you get an upper-level ticket, a hot dog, chips, small Pepsi, and a coupon for a free large Papa John's pizza. Tickets are only available for purchase in advance of game day. To purchase your meal deal tickets, go to timberwolves.com/meal deal. The Minnesota Timberwolves. Wolves United.
I'm Meat Sauce from KFAN. My weekly trivia question is courtesy of Bar Abilene. The question is, who was the oldest person to play in the NFL? The answer before the end of Game On.
We've got 2 more tickets to Super Bowl XLVII to auction off tonight.
Welcome back to Game On. Special look at Taste of the NFL, a tremendous night of fundraising with food and festivities. Lots of football players and celebrities in the house, all to help fight hunger. Rod Simons, great to be back here in New Orleans. And you know, one of the biggest events of the Super Bowl week is Taste of the NFL, but Taste also has a number of other events that go on during the week in the effort to raise more money, raise more awareness to fight hunger. And one of them was a special event to honor the undefeated season of the Miami Dolphins and the man behind it who also plays a big role in Taste of the NFL, Earl Morrall.
Today, there are 2 people that I have not introduced to you. And when you talk about legends, these 2 people would be right at the top of the list. We salute Earl Morrall and his incredible career and what he has meant in the world of football, not only on the field, but off the field as well, and rightfully so, right alongside his coach, Don Shula.
All he ever did was win. And you know, that's a pretty good player to have on your team when you know that you're going to put him in and he's going to help you win. And that's the kind of confidence I had in Earl. He just, no matter what the situation was, no matter how much pressure, he just was the calmest, coolest guy around. I'm here this morning to honor a guy that spent so much to me in my coaching career, an old guy by the name of Earl Morrall. And you know, Earl was a guy that had been with a few teams in his career, and he became available. So I said to our owner, Joe Robbie, Earl is available. I want to pick him up. And Joe said, what's he making? And I said, he's making $90,000 a year. And Robbie said, $90,000 for a backup quarterback? Are you out of your mind? You know, the thing I never had to do when we were playing a team and Earl was my quarterback, I never had to give a pep talk because the team that we were playing had just cut Earl. And so that was my pep talk to the players. I mean, that guy was just a super football player, and better than that, he was a better human being.
Earl has stood out, and we wanted to say to our Earl how much your support of Taste of the NFL has meant to us. So we wanted to start a legacy here today, and every year at Taste of the NFL, is that we want to present today the Earl Morrall Legend Service Award, and every year from here on out, an exemplary player that has helped Taste the NFL reach a pinnacle success next year and the next year will be given the Earl Morrall Service Award. I want to ask Dick Anderson to come up and have him officially present Earl with the award.
He is a true leader. He is an amazing man, and a great leader, has a great family. And he was a wonderful teammate, but just a greater individual. So, Earl, it's a pleasure for me to be able to say hello to you, talk about you, and honor you with this award.
Feels super, really. It's great. Just glad to be here and be part of the events that are going on and helping all the other people. That's a big thing.
You can get your game on anytime. Download our new app for iPhones and Android too. It's full of shows, sponsor links, great inside information. We also link you to our show website. It's packed with good stuff. And then check out our partner site, purplepride.org. So go ahead and bookmark us at GameOnTVMN.com. Fans always come first. Voice of the fan asking, what does it mean for you to be here at the Taste?
A party with a purpose, it's absolutely fabulous. The charity auction is just amazing. The chefs are fabulous. The wine pairings are off the hook, fabulous. I got friends over here.
And you're making a dent in the hunger fight.
I know, and it's very near and dear to my heart.
Nothing better than to be at the Taste and see one of our own in purple. It's Hall of Famer Paul Krause next on Game On.
You gotta hold okay. You gotta shoot around high, loads up, fire scores. Got a hold on my sleeve, I can't leave. They murdered the original me and I can't grieve. So this is who I think anyone's gonna catch him right in. Shoots and scores with the corkscrew shot. Get my mama crib in the burbs and know fit in the mean and all of the in between. Shoots and scores. The swerve went in overtime. Gotta hold me. Gotta hold me.
It starts your morning with the forecast, then watches your energy use all day. It can change your temperature from anywhere in the world, prevent you from heating and cooling an empty house, and still give you a comfortable welcome home. The iComfort Wi-Fi from Lennox.
The most advanced comfort control solution available anywhere is now available for your home.
So call Liberty Comfort Systems and make your home a smart home today.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
We're back on Game On. Couldn't be more delighted than to have the Hall of Famer with us from Minnesota. It's Paul Krause. How are you, sir?
My pleasure being here.
This
is a great event.
It's my pleasure to have you here. We're talking Taste of the NFL, and I've been watching you sign autographs and schmooze with the fans, and they love you still. Does it ever get old?
You know what? I'm very thankful of that. You know, and if you don't like doing something like this, you should just stay home.
Yeah.
You know, this is fun. We're making money for the different charities.
Yep.
And it is a big deal.
And I was asking you, just a point of curiosity, how long you've known Taste of the NFL owner or creator Wayne Kostroski. You've known him for over 22 years since it was in Minnesota.
Correct. I didn't do the first one, but I did about 10 in a row.
Oh my goodness.
That. And Wayne is just great. He has done wonderful things.
And you really care about kids and taking a bite out of hunger.
Well, you know, to me, that's what it's all about.
Right.
You know, I've been blessed. Played 16 years in the National Football League. And if we can share with those who don't have anything, that's what we're trying to do. And that's why we're here.
A lot of Minnesota fans don't know this, but you don't live in Minnesota full time. You're back there all the time, and you smiled ear to ear when I was the first one to tell you that Adrian Peterson won the MVP.
I loved it. I loved it.
What a remarkable season he has. And looking back at the season that he had, you have to be very proud of him being a Viking.
Oh, I'm very proud of him. I played against Jimmy Brown, and the greatest running back ever to play football. Adrian Peterson is the closest thing that I've ever seen to Jimmy Brown.
Wow.
And I just hope he keeps getting better and plays a long time and be healthy and everything. He's great for Minnesota, and Minnesota fans should just love him.
They love everyone who's played in the purple, including you. So great to have you with us. I'll let you visit with some folks. Paul Krause is in the house.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Only here on Game On.
Thank you.
Stay up with the Wolves and the NBA with my weekly blog at simonsays@timberwolves.com. You stay connected to all things inside the team. It's right at your fingertips. Drop me a note, rod@GameOnTVMN.com, and look for a new Simon Says blog every Thursday at timberwolves.com. Time again for the Kazi calendar. Kazi is the next big name in sports apparel. The Wolves host the world champion Miami Heat March 4th. The Wild get Calgary, Indiana, and Gopher basketball on the 26th. And the Vikings will get busy with the NFL draft. University of Minnesota men get Denver, Michigan Tech at St. Cloud State, Bemidji State and UND, and the Minnesota women host the first round of the WCHA. The Swarm in Washington, Twins get Detroit on opening day, the Roller Girls at Roy Wilkins Auditorium, and the Lynx will open on June 1st. Pro golfers get the PGA National next, Champions Tour at Toshiba, Wheels of Thunder in Fargo for the Snowcross. Don't forget to catch our Game On podcast with Rod Webby and the A-Train. Take you inside the show. You can always be a part. Drop us your thoughts at GameOnTVMN.com. And don't forget that Kazi is it for sports gear. Kazi is confidence defined, confidence delivered. It's Kazi. On deck, we move from brawn to beauty. Miss America, only here on Game On.
This is one of the most amazing organizations that I've ever come to know.
Hi, I'm Christian Ponder with the Minnesota Vikings. I know how important it is to fuel up so that I can be successful on and off the field. As a partner with the Taste of the NFL and the NFL's Play 60 programs, I am proud to encourage all of my fellow NFL players to do our part to make sure kids get the nutrition they need to learn and play at their best. Go to tasteofthenfl.com and NFL.com to find out how you can help. Welcome to the team.
The Timberwolves Meal Deal presented by Papa John's is a great way to save money and watch Kevin Love, Brandon Roy, and Andre Kirilenko bring a playoff atmosphere back to Target Center. For just $25, you get an upper-level ticket, a hot dog, chips, small Pepsi, and a coupon for a free large Papa John's pizza. Tickets are only available for purchase in advance of game day. To purchase your meal deal tickets, go to timberwolves.com/meal deal. The Minnesota Timberwolves. Wolves United.
But tonight she is going to pass on this diamond necklace.
0173.
Welcome back. It's a special edition of Game On, talking about Taste of the NFL and serious royalty on this show. Miss Mallory Hagan, Miss America 2013. Great to have you with us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
This is the first official event of your reign as Miss America.
It is.
And you're really jumping in head first, making a difference, talking to people about the need to fight hunger.
Absolutely. It's been a wonderful experience to be here. It's, the very first thing they did when I walked off stage was hand me a taste of the NFL football, and so those are some of the first pictures that I took, so that's going to be one of the first memories that I have as Miss America. And then to be here and to be a part of this, it's just an amazing feeling knowing that what's going on here tonight is helping to put food on the tables of families all across the United States.
Do you get a sense of the power of your position? By you, everywhere you're walking, there's a crowd. Everybody's paying attention to you. But do you get a sense of what you're able to do?
I absolutely do get a sense of what I'm able to do, and the great thing about the Miss America organization is that we are partnered with so many different organizations through every state, through every local title holder. There are so many other young women who are doing exactly what I'm doing, and while most people may never get a chance to meet Miss America, the chances that they'll get the chance to meet their local title holder are much greater, and so each one of us is doing good in our community on some level, and so it's just a wonderful thing to be a national ambassador for what all of the other young women across the country are doing.
Does Miss America ever get a day off?
She gets very few days off, to be quite honest. Yeah, but it's great. It's a year of service to the organization, and this organization has given me personally quite a bit. I started when I was 13, so that was 11 years ago. Mm-hmm. I became a part of this organization, and so it's given me personally so much through life. It's raised me. It's given me scholarship money, and so just to be able to spend a year giving back to it and speaking on behalf of it is remarkable.
And finally, when you see the little kids, they probably mean the most to you because you're making such a gigantic impression.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely my favorite part of being in any title that I've had since I've been a teenager. Has been my favorite part is meeting children, because you know that in that moment to them, even when you're not Miss America, you are Miss America, and you are a princess, and you're a Disney princess, and it just, you have the opportunity to create such an impact by saying very simple things like, remember to be courageous, always follow your heart, like things that seem very silly to a child make a large impact. I remember things being said to me when I was little that still stick with me today.
Well, we are grateful beyond words. Thank you from the Taste. Thank you for all of us. And for the folks back in Minnesota, it's great to have you with us.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Miss Mallory Hagan, the reigning Miss America, only here on GameON. We love fans. They sound off with Voice of the Fan asking, what does it mean for you to be at the Taste?
We've been blessed with a lot of great things in my personal life and also at work, and we feel that it's very strong that we give back to the community, people who need it.
On deck, we love him. He's Minnesota's own, the Bizarre Foods host, Andrew Zimmern, only here on GameON.
Not worry where their food is from.
Being creative is who we are.
At Wallingberg and Deeply, families are our passion. We help create new families.
This combination of experience, passion, and creativity allows us to fully represent individuals in family court crises.
Wallingberg and Deeply believes in families. We will listen, counsel, and advocate for you. Wallingberg and Deeply, the premier family law firm of Minnesota.
Pick up the latest issue of Wheels of Thunder magazine. If it's on wheels, you'll find it in Wheels of Thunder. Full color photos of bikes, trikes, cars, trucks, and even sleds. High performance or right off the street. Mind-blowing power, speed, and custom touches. It's all in Wheels of Thunder magazine. Plus, find out about the latest races, rallies, and custom products and services in your area. Check out Wheels of Thunder on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Wheels of Thunder.
Lennox is more than just a name. We lead the way in home comfort products. Our invention of the first forced air furnace back in 1895 changed the way America lives.
Liberty Comfort Systems is a Lennox premier dealer.
That means they're trained and evaluated to meet the highest standards in the industry. Lennox continues to lead with high efficiency technology and superior equipment.
And it's all backed by Liberty Comfort Systems.
Some of the best people in the business. Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce again. Here's the answer to your trivia question. The question was, who was the oldest person to play in the NFL? Two-parter here. George Blanda played for Oakland at age 43. Steve DeBerg was the oldest in a Super Bowl at 45. He was on the roster, but he didn't play. We'll see you Tuesday night at Bar Abilene for Trivia 8 to 10, and next week here on Game On.
Welcome back to the Taste of the NFL. It is the greatest spectacle of food and football and chefs, and we love our homegrown Chef AZ in the house. Great to have you here.
Great to be here.
You have been talking about it since you arrived at the Taste, how it is an embarrassment in our country, in this land of plenty, that we have such a serious issue with hunger.
It is. You know, the idea that there are children in America, the greatest civilization in the history of the world, that go to sleep hungry at night. Hunger, insecurity has stigmas attached to it where you don't often see that people right in your own neighborhood, your friends, your loved ones, are going to bed hungry at night. Obviously, there's a large percentage of the population that's very visibly hungry, that's visibly below the safety net and is underserved. But these are issues that just shouldn't even happen. I can't explain crime or drug addiction, but I know how to solve hunger problem in America. And it's about not wasting. It's about all of us giving away 20% of what we have so others are hungry. It requires absolutely nothing other than awareness. And yet so many people walk around with blinders on. I do think it's an embarrassment. I'm angry about this issue. Eating in America, not eating well, just eating, should not be a class issue. I think food insecurity is the greatest issue of our time.
Are we making progress by utilizing events like this?
Phenomenal progress. And as always, it's the distribution channels.
Right.
You know, we get together on nights like tonight, we raise a lot of awareness, we raise a lot of dollars, we make a huge difference, but we keep getting the 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, which means even at the rate we're going, it's going to take years to solve a problem that we literally could pay better attention to right now. I think this requires everybody to not only donate money, not only to write letters to congressmen, but it requires social change. We need to waste less in America. We need to give more in America. We need to be better conservators of our food system. Right. These are actually things that people in the food business, myself, lots of folks like me, are talking about. There are lots of websites, places like AndrewZimmern.com where people can get information about this. No kid hungry is a commitment that, Share Our Strength has. Let's Kick Hunger is the commitment that Taste of the NFL has.
Yeah.
There are so many great organizations out there really working it. Go to those websites, pay attention to what they're doing. But what it requires, like seatbelt laws, like tobacco awareness, we need to actually have social change in America when it comes to food insecurity.
I was noticing when all the chefs were talking over the last couple of days from Seattle to South Florida and all in between, if you guys can talk like that, why can't we talk about it in our neighborhoods with our neighbors? And let's keep this going. Let's get the kids to get food together. Let's work on the food banks in July and June and not just Christmas.
That's exactly right. And you know something, this isn't an issue about Democrat or Republican or whether you give it your office or whether you give it the house you worship in.
Yes.
It's just about giving and making sure that people have enough. The fact that we actually have to explain this is the reason that I'm embarrassed, but there are people, no fault of our citizenry, who are unaware of the depth of the problem. 1 in 5 Americans goes to sleep hungry, and nationally, greater percentage of than that is children. You're a dad, I'm a dad. The idea that there's someone Noah's age that's going to sleep hungry at night can't happen. Can't happen anymore.
Well, we're grateful for your help and your assistance in this. June 27th, the next time I'm going to see you at Golf for the Gift. We would love to have you
Make
out.
a difference there too. I hope I'm around. It took 4 or 5 years to get the schedule right with Bizarre Food that I could be here at the end of January, beginning of February.
We just got to get the Vikings.
Yeah, that's
here
very
at the Super
true.
Bowl.
That's very true.
AZ.
Next year.
AZ
Next year.
now. It's only here on Game On. Time again for our Game On update. June 27th is coming faster than you can know, and that's Rod Simon's Golf for the Gift of Adoption tournament. It's our 6th annual to be held at Troy Byrne. Keep it at GameOnTVMN.com for more information as it gets closer. We'd love to have you take part in this great golf event. Yeah, the snow is here, but spring has sprung in Fort Myers. It's time to start talking Twins again. As pitchers and catchers, the full team has reported for another season of Twins baseball. Yeah, there's Maurer and Morneau and Gardy. We're going to take you inside the Twins and show you the prospects that are going to be talked about for years to come. That's next week, only here on Game On. And that's your Game On update. Yep, and when the food's all gone, the entertainment takes over. And at Taste of the NFL, this time they brought in Minnesota's own Soul Asylum. Don't forget, you can get us at GameOnTVMN.com 365 days out of the year. Next year, Taste of the NFL in New York. Until next week, I'm Rod Simons. Keep your game on.
Now we can build a factory.